All right, so a trinomial, this is just a quadratic function, just like we've been talking about. So when y is equal to a times x squared plus b times x plus c, that's a trinomial. We have 3 terms. This is also just a quadratic function, just like we've been looking at before. So today we're going to start, and every time today a will be 1. Okay, then we'll move on to more complicated stuff on Thursday. So have you guys seen this factoring method, the x method? Okay, so we're reviewing this today. So we have c, we have the number in front of x is b, the number in front of x squared is a. And what we're going to do is we put the last number c with no x's next to it. C goes in the top, b goes in the bottom. So we just pull those numbers out and put them in the x. Okay? And then we're going to use this rule. What multiplies to get c and adds to get b? Okay, so we're looking for factors of c that add to get b. All right. So here's an example. We take 6 and we put it here. And remember today, a is always going to be 1. All right. So we take 6 and we put it in the top, and then we take 5. 5 is b, and we put that at the bottom. So what are numbers that multiply to get 6?
3 and 2.
Good. And add to get 5. You remember this?
Yeah.
Good. So we're just practicing this. So they multiply together to give us 6, and 3 plus 2 gives us 5. Okay. All right. And then our answer, we need this to factor. So our answer is x. This is a positive 3, so x plus 3. And this is a positive 2, so we do x plus 2. So this would be our answer. Okay. We factored this trinomial into our parentheses. Okay, questions on that? That's all we're doing today.
Oh, that's all we're doing?
Yeah, that's all we're doing today.
Oh.
So I'm going to hand you out 2 assignments today, but you only have to turn in one of them. So if you're paying attention, you only have to do one of them, but the other one's to practice. Okay, so I'm going to hand out 2. So this first one is just to practice the x method. Okay, this one you don't have to turn in. Somebody in the last class wasn't paying attention, and they turned in. That's okay, they got lots of practice. Try to loop around there. Okay, so this first one, again, we'll go through some of these. If you got the hang of it, you don't have to do all of it. And then this assignment, this is the assignment you need to turn in today. All right, let's practice some of these. So again, this one we don't have to turn in. This is just for practice. And if you're getting stuck on the other assignment, I'd probably come back, and this is a little bit easier since it's already set up for us. A little bit right. All right, so we have 12 on the top and 7 on the bottom. We need numbers that multiply to give us 7 and add to give us, multiply to give us 12 and add to give us 7. So can you guys think of those numbers? Good. 3 times 4 gives us 12. 3 plus 4 gives us 7. Okay, how about number 2? Good. So 2 times 2 gives us 4. 2 plus 2 also gives us 4. That one's kind of a neat one. All right, how about this one over here? So now we have negative. What do you guys think? These that multiply to give us positive 6, but add to give us negative 5. So I think I heard it. So we've got 3 and 2. And to give us negative 5, these both have to be negative. So negative times a negative gives us a positive. And negative plus a negative gives us a bigger negative. Okay, so there's some to practice. Let's look at, let's see, let's flip on the back. Let's see if we can find a trickier one.
Number 2. 4.
Number 2 on the back, and then we'll do number 4 on the back. So 2.
No, number 4 on the front.
Number 4 on the front. Okay, so 4 on the front, we'll go to 2 on the back. So 4 on the front, we have to multiply to get 7, and we have to add to get 8.
What's the multiplication of 7?
So 7 and 1. Yep, so 7 times 1.
Really the only possible.
And 8 times, or excuse me, 8 plus, sorry, 7 plus 1 gives us 8. Okay. All right, so let's jump to the back. Number 2 on the back. So that's what you said, right?
Yeah.
2 on the back. So we have 24, and it's negative, and we have to end up with a negative 5. So if you're really good at multiplication tables, this is pretty easy for you. I'm not very good at that, so I just have to list out the factors. So 12, I know that, let's see, 2 and 12, but there's no way we can get a 5 out of that, so that one's not going to work. What else?
3.
Sorry?
8 and 3.
Okay, 8 and 3. And so one of them needs to be negative because we need to multiply to get a negative 24. So we can figure out which one needs to be negative by looking at the 5.
8.
So the 8 needs to be negative. So negative 8 plus 3 gives us negative 5. And negative 8 times positive 3 gives us negative 24. Okay. All right, let's do another one on the back. Is there any that you can see that you want to try? 5. Okay. So we've got something, these two numbers need to multiply to get 75, and they need to add to give us 10. So any ideas right off? So I usually start going through, this is not even, so I kind of divide it by 2. 7 plus 5 is what? 12. 12 is divisible. So this would be divisible by 3. So let's try that. What's 75, or maybe you know this. What's 75 divided by 3? 25. So 25 and 3. Is there any way we could combine 25 and 3 to give us 10? No. Okay, so that's not going to work. How about, let's see, 75 is divisible by 5 because it has a 5 at the end. Oops. I don't know why that's there. So 15 times 5 gives us 75, and those are different by 10. So 15 times 5 gives us 75, but we need one of them to be negative because 75 is negative. So which needs to be negative if we need a negative 10?
15.
Good. So negative 15 plus 5 gives us negative 10. Very good. Okay, so this one, again, this worksheet with all the X's on it, this is for practicing. You're not turning this in. So if you feel like you've got a hang of it, then you can go over to the actual assignment. But this is to help you get a hang of it. So I would probably go through some of those. And then I lost our assignment. Here's our assignment. Okay. So here is our assignment. So let's look at number 1, and we'll try a few of these. So here, A is 1, so we're going to take C, 72, and we're going to put B at the bottom, 17. So we have to set up our own X to do this. So then we need factors of 72 that add to be 17. So multiply to get 72 and add to get 17.
8 and 9.
All right, good. So 8 times 9 is 72. 8 plus 9 gives us 17. So then that's not our answer. Our answer, we have to write n plus 8. We're factoring, remember, so we have to write n plus 8, n plus 9. And then that is our answer. Okay. Also, I realized that this assignment says A equals 1, but on the back, 16 through the end have A is not 1. So we're not doing this. So you can just cross out or
So stop at
just,
15.
yep, stop at 15. 15 is the last one you have to do. So A is, we're just talking about A is 1 today. And next time we'll talk about A is 2, or whatever A could be. All right. Let's look through there. Are there any you want to do as a class?
Number 8.
Number 8. Okay. All right, so we're going to draw an X. And then we're going to put C at the top, so 80, numbers that multiply to get 80. And add to get negative 18. So can you think of anything that would do that? Oh, let me put it up a little bit. And if it's
Negative.
tricky, sorry?
Negative 8 or negative 10.
Perfect. Negative 8 and negative 10. And again, if multiplication is pretty easy for you, usually you can see this pretty easy. This is really hard for me, so I just have to list out all of the factors and then figure out what ones add together. Okay, so then our answer would be B minus 8, B minus 10. And that is our answer.
Can we do number 7?
Yes? Yep. So scooting over to number 7. So what number goes on the top here?
42.
Good, and it's going to be negative 42 because there's a negative in front, so make sure you bring that negative. And what number goes on the bottom for B?
1.
Negative 1. It also has that negative. All right, so now what are numbers that multiply to get negative 42 and then add to get 1? Or factors of 42 that are different by 1? So we can try that. So negative 42 times 1 would give us 42, but it wouldn't add to give us negative 1. So that's not going to work. How about 2? 42 is even, so we can just try out all of our factors. This is how I do it. 42 divided by 2. So 21 and 2. But that won't work because they're not different by 1. So then I'm going to try, what about 3? 42 divided by 3. Oh, that gives me 14. So let's see, 14 and 3. But that won't work because they're not different by 1. So we just keep going. So 42 divided by 4. That doesn't work. So that doesn't work. So 42 divided by, well, it won't be divisible by 5 because there's not a 5 at the end. So let's try 6. And that's 7. So 6 times 7. Are those ones different by 1? Those ones work. And we just have to decide which one will be negative. So 6 times 7 gives us 42. Which one do you guys think should be negative?
7.
Good. Why did you decide that? It's the bigger number. Good. So -7 plus 6 gives us -1. And then our answer would be k plus 6, k minus 7. All right. You guys feel pretty comfortable with those? Do you want to do any other ones together?
14.
14? Okay, so let's flip on to that.
How about 12? Sorry, 12.
12, okay. Oh, fine.
There's
12
a
down here. So which number goes on the top?
14.
And it's going to be negative. Make sure you bring that sign, -14. And the B will be 5, the bottom number, 5. So numbers that multiply to give us -14 and add to give us 5. And 14 only has a few factors. So 1 and 14, that won't work. And 2 and 7. So 2 times 7 will give us 14. And 2 and 7 are different by 5. We just have to figure out which one's negative.
7.
Get this. Almost.
No, it's still 2.
Yep, so watch. So let's see, so we got 2 and 7. If we make the 7 negative, then it'll be -5, because it's the -7. So we need the smaller number to be negative. So then we add them. 7 plus -2 gives us 5. All right, and then our answer will be A minus 2, A plus 7.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, good. We have 45 minutes left, so you should be able to do this. If you get done, look and see if there's anything else that you need to work on. I know some of us missed the test before the spring break, so if you want to work on that, you can do that. We will also have a work day next week where you can work on the test too. So up to you.